What's going on, everybody? So in this video, I'm going to be showing some complex logic in Airtable. If you haven't met me before, my name is Ben Green. I'm the owner of Optimize.is, and we help businesses build solutions just same level of complexity as what I'm going to be showing today. Not typically building a poker player for somebody in Airtable, but this is my passion project today, so that's what we're building in. If you ever need any help building anything like this, there's a link in the description. Check it out. But here, I'm running into some issues with some logic. So I've already basically got some automatic advancing logic for poker hands set up. I'm going to show how it works. So this person is always, they're in first positions, like this is the order. They say, the first person says check. They're the big blind, so they're going to bet $10. Now that sets everybody else up as having to bet $10 in the future. This person, so then it says who's up. This person has the one. So then they check. They have to do $10 as well. This person checks as well. They have to do $10. Now this person raises it. Oh, we don't want that. This person does a $25 raise. They raise two $25. Sweet. Now it says it's back to this person. This person checks or calls. Now their full bet is $25. And it keeps working fine like that. Now where it gets hairy is if somebody in the middle decides to raise. So if I say this person, Charlie, now wants to re-raise, he checks or he raises it. I should have picked raise there. Now, instead of it going to Yusuf, in this case, it sends it back to the first person. So that's what I'm going to try to solve, is how to figure out how to make this thing auto advance always to the next person. So we'll see if we can do it. Let's see. So I think what I'm going to do is build who is up, yes, no. And I'm going to build this as a single select. So 0 is no, and this is yes. This is supposed to be that. And then I'm just going to update my automation. Now in the last video, I showed how to automatically set the hand before and hand after right here. So if you're interested in that, you can check out predecessors and post-assessors. It should be a YouTube video. Really hard to spell. Self-linking records in Airtable. But it's a video I made recently, so it should be up on my YouTube channel. What I think I want to have it do is manually say who is next. So let's see. For auto advance, let's see. So this is what happens when somebody makes a decision. Is it takes what they have and it goes and updates the record. So I think what I want to have it do is I want to have it say, make this field also empty. And then I'm also going to have it update the record in the hands table based on the record ID. Someday, though, can I just turn this off? Settings. Okay, that's off now. So I think I want to just have it update a record in the hands table, but instead of this record, I want it to be the hand after. And we're going to display this as the ID. And we're going to say yes. And here we're also going to change this to be who is up is yes. And then I think we're going to have to build this manually because Airtable has some stuff going on right now. So update the hands table. We're going to update this to yes. And then let's say hand after. Display as the ID. Okay. can actually go back in the automation. We can also say here, instead of just making it blank, let's update these to no. So this is like some of the more complex logic because it's like somehow looping logic. I don't know. So this should default when it starts to be yes, no, no, no. And let's start off as if we don't have a hand open at all. So big blind, they may as well check anyways. So now it's this person's turn. Check anyways. Yep. Let's just test it out now. Let's say this person needs to raise. Okay. So here it advanced to the right person, whereas my formula previously did not advance to the right person. Okay, so now let's make it tricky. Well, let's just say this person checks as well. This person needs to raise their current bet by 15 bucks. They need to throw 15 bucks in, they check. That's good. All right, now let's say this person folds. I think all works there. All works well there. Let's go back through this again. So check. Oh. Okay, so that person checked. Let's say Charlie raises to 25. Checks. Or like that's what they raise it to. In my example, I can use check, call, raise, and they all kind of do the same thing in my automation. Okay, so let's say Yusuf check, and then Ben is also going to check. Now let's say Jessica raises to 50, or raises by 50. I still don't really know if it's by 50 or 250. Anyways. And then let's say Charlie folds. Oh wait, did that still raise Charlie? Okay, looks like I have some logic to work out there. Charlie folded, but it threw his bet still up by 35 bucks. Sorry, Charlie. All right, so now it should advance to this person. And let's say they raise it to 7, or they raise it to 70. Let's say that. Let's say Ben checks. Now it should go back to Jessica. Who's up? Jessica's up. So let's say Jessica raises it by 100. She really likes her hand, still in the pre-flop. Okay, so now I want logic to say if that person folded. Okay, so this I think, by going, oh, team is going to hate these. I just used AI to create images, but here we go. So start and shuffle. First round decision. So let's see what happens if somebody folds. Actually, it's really in the trigger. So this is really saying these are not empty, which is definitely part of it. And then we need to say, or if that person is folded. But you can't currently have complex logic in here. So I think we need to make this into a view. So hands, let's try. So it's going to be dev automation first round decision. Oh, so let's say who is up is yes. And first round status is not empty. And then somewhere I need to add a condition to say either that or they folded. Fold is checked. And that's going to trigger. So now I can change my automation because I have more complex logic from this to when record enters a view, still on the hands table, and here's my view. Let's update it, and let's see if that helps us boogie. Okay, so we're going to say Jessica is the one starting. Let's delete all these. Okay, so let's check here. Moves it properly. Let's say Charlie folds. So you should have to throw $5 in. I guess that was my point earlier. Charlie raised or folded when it was being raised. All right, what's going on here? Is this triggering? Slightly was my fears that it'd go a lot slower or something like this would happen if I changed the trigger. Let's see. So he went to go fold. Who is up? What is up? All right, let's try taking that out. Now he should be taking, oh, nope. Oh, I think Charlie was already in that view. So that's why Charlie, okay. So because I've just been fooling around here, Charlie had previously folded. All right, check, fold. $25 raise. $10 raise. Should shoot it back up here. And let's go check. Yes. Auto skip. Auto skip. Okay. Now let's see what's going on here. So who is up is yes. And Charlie should have folded. All right, the fold is checked, or fold is there. Fold is not checked there. So let's see, is that in my automation? Okay, that's probably why. So fold is checked. Now let's see if we can make this work. All right, let's say check, check, check. $25 raise, back to the top, check, fold, $30 raise. Let's go check on Ben. Now back to Jessica. Let's say $50 raise, and then it should auto advance through Charlie. Because Charlie already folded. So it should just automatically advance Charlie, but let's see. Okay, so I think it's here because this says has any of fold. Let's say or. So because I didn't have it in the condition, it was getting lost. All right, so let's move this back to no. And now move it back to yes, which is what the previous automation would have done. And then let's say $100 raise, then check, then check. Let's see it auto advance through Charlie. So check, yes, and then yes. Sweet. All right, complex logic solved in Airtable. Again, if you want to see these self-linking records and how that works, check out the video here in the end screen. Or if you want any help building out more complex logic like this, hopefully this was valuable and you saw some complex conditional automations being built in Airtable and you maybe learned something, but check out the video here if you want to see how to automatically populate predecessor and post-assessor Still don't know if that's a word. Tasks in Airtable. It's the video here on the end screen. See you there.